Hello everyone and welcome to Day Trader S&P 500. Today is Saturday, June 29th, 2024, and this is Dale Woodson, editor of Woodson Wave Report. I want to let you guys know about a couple things. I'll get into more details, but we have a new Triggers and Targets subscription. It's a video update, which is easier to understand and it's faster. Okay, so I think we'll like that, and we get into the triggers and targets, which we will get into in a little bit here. Okay, I want to take you guys through the monthly update. If we can get that up there. There we go. Okay, and we start off with the triggers and targets disclaimer. We're not a trading service. Any trades you make are your own, significant risk, and you can lose money. Okay, here's our overview of the triggers and targets that we started back in October of 23. We had 5 upside triggers all the way into the April 2024 high. You can see those 5 triggers yielded, if you got in at the bottom and out at the top, you never get 100% of the move. I'm always happy with 60 to 80%. There's the profit from each trigger if you added a contract, futures contract at each trigger, all the way to the top. Then we had 3 downside triggers into this low. You can see that yielded 29,800 from the very top to the very bottom. Again, you won't get 100% of the move, but you can get in and out where you choose. That's 3 different entries. And then since then, we're looking at recently 2 upside triggers in the works, okay, with some upside targets. So if I can show you guys here on our registration page, there's the new triggers and targets. Okay, there's the gains, 5 upside, 3 downside. Now we have 2 that are working, and the updated video that I just did for that subscription today explains that in more detail. Okay, that's the triggers and targets. Okay, so we'll move past that. There's those gains there. Okay, and here is a bigger view of the S&P 500. It registered a key reversal day Friday, yesterday. I want to show you guys that too real quick. On our video on demand subscription, we update Tesla, Bitcoin, SMH, and XBI every month. Just updated that today, so that's fresh. We have trading and educational videos, including how to trade key reversal day, and that's a 4-step process, goes over 4 days. I can tell you that I've seen some of these key reversals fail on day 1, and I've seen some of them work longer than 4 days, but this has specific instructions what to do on each day, where to place the stops, where to exit, where to take profits, all that. That's in the how to trade a key reversal day, which just happened Friday the 28th. We can see our different wave counts. We have 3 different wave counts in here. Okay, this is nothing new. The black wave count shows that B up is complete or nearly so, and wave C down to near the wave A low of 34.91 is next. The blue wave count is also complete. The purple wave count shows, I'll get up here again, a move in wave 5 to over 6,000. That's obviously the most bullish wave count. We'll see how that plays out, but they're all on the table. Okay, and here's that key reversal day. You can see it is when the market makes a new high and closes below the previous day's low. A little hard to see here on this, but that's that big red bar. Some people use candles there. Okay, but that is the key reversal day there in the S&P. Maybe I can get on a chart here and show you guys that a little bit better. Okay, let's get into the daily and we can show you that much better there. Okay, there's that big red bar or candle if you guys use candles, and you can see that that made a new high, 628 at 55.23, and it closed below the previous day's low. That is a key reversal day, and that is what was registered yesterday. Again, I've seen those fail on the first day. There's 4 days, there's 4 steps, if you will, with contingencies on each one to move forward or get out, and that's in that video on demand subscription there. Okay, without further ado, we'll get back into our July monthly. There is that key reversal day in the S&P. Okay, and that's the details there. Okay, it occurs when the index makes a new high, closes below the previous day's low. It is a bearish signal. How to trade it is in our video on demand subscription. Here's an hourly, which is mostly focusing on the Fibonacci time spiral. We haven't talked about that in a while. Okay, but there are the spiral dates there. And I think I get into them into the next S&P, or no, we go straight to the NASDAQ. Anyway, our next turn date is August the 17th, I believe it is. Yeah, August 17th. So far, this has hit virtually every high and low from the 12/28/23 date. It's not an all-time high. It's not an all-time low. It's just where the market is turning, just like it did back when I first started this in 1999, August 24th. I remember the day well. Okay, let's get into. Let me see if I have that on the chart. I may have that on the. There it is. Okay, that's a little better. Make that full screen. There's those Fibonacci turn dates. Okay, with the check marks on it. Didn't call this low. Didn't call this low, but it got all these. And the next one is 817. We'll see if that's going to make a high or a low. It's kind of hard to tell from this point. In the old days, back when I first started, it was always alternating, but now it's a little different. Okay, but let's get back into the report here. We're going back and forth a little, almost feverishly, but hopefully you guys are keeping up. Okay. We got the NASDAQ also turned in a key reversal day on Friday the 28th, okay? Again, same thing. It made a higher high, closed below the previous day's low. We have a few different wave counts in here. You can see the actual high is 18,035. In blue, wave 5 is a 1.272, just above at 18,080. And if this is an A down and a B up, that B is an expanded flat, and it gains a 1.414 multiple with wave A at 18,784. You can see it has passed the 1.272 and is sitting right between them now. And the reason I like this in the NASDAQ is, unlike the S&P, this move down for the November 2021 high is 5 clean waves with no overlap. Okay, that's A down. So that leads credence to the wave B up being an inverted or expanded flat. So right now it's sitting right in between the two ideal Fibonacci extensions for wave B. We'll see how that plays out. Okay, and that's the verbiage of it there. All right, again, since A, no overlap, not a leading diagonal, more support to the all-time high being counted as wave B up. That's in the NASDAQ. We've got the Dow. It's completely different. These indexes are diverging. You can see we connected. This is not new. We connected the lows here, going back to the October low, and parallel line up above. And you can see that resistance line, it poked its head over it once, but it should serve as resistance. And the other key thing is the 40,000 level. I put something out a month or so ago about the big numbers, you know, the 1,000, 10,000, 20,000, 30. The market has trouble surpassing those decades, if you will, and 40,000 is proving to be significant resistance. We'll see how long that holds. It could hold it for a very long time, but the fact that it's sitting there and bumping its head up against the ceiling there is quite telling. There's a couple different ways to count this. We have a couple higher targets in different counts, different colors. And the blue count got a 41,220, and in the black count for B, you can see that 1.618 is at 41,221, but it's sitting right here at the 40,000 level, and it's actually below it now. Okay, but that's the Dow daily. You can see there are the Fibonacci targets and where it sits. Okay, on the May 20th. All right, we'll skip through all that. The bond market, we love the bond market. It's we've been all over this for literally years, okay, going back from the 2020 low in interest rates, which was the end of a 39-year bear market in rates. And as you guys know, we're looking for probably a 39-40 year bull market in rates, which started in 2020, which means it's about 4 years old, or 1/10 of where it's going. We've got 3 different degrees of trend here, but from this wave 2 low, we've got a 1 up, a 2 down. There's 3 targets, okay, and 3 so far is 4.739, and we've had a 4th wave pullback, and we're going up. We've got a target here for wave 5 in parentheses. There's 1 up, 2 down, 3 up, 4 down, 5 equals 1618 at 4.898%. And if you look at these here, we've got a 1 up with a circle just above 5%, a 2 down with a circle down here at 3.783. So that wave 3 equals 1 at 5.51%. And this one, the beginning of it goes back to 2020, the year 2020. We've got a 2 down in Roman numerals. That 3 Roman numeral gains equality with 1 at 7.255%. The trigger is the wave 1 high at 5.021%. So if it goes over 5.021, it's probably going at least to 7.255, where 3 equals 1. And 3, as you know, can be a higher multiple, like 1.618. Okay, so that's it on the bond market, all the verbiage there. And we've had so many triggers and targets that were direct hits all over the place. You can see direct hit, direct hit, direct hit. They're all over the place. And we love the bond market. We've been long on interest rates for years, and so far so good. Working out. Gold market, not a whole lot has changed recently. I keep looking at it from the 2015 low. We have a 1 up in parentheses, a 2 down, a 3 up in parentheses, which was a 2.618 multiple, ABC for a 4 in parentheses. We're in wave 5 with parentheses, okay? Since that low, we have 1 of 5 here, okay? 2 of 5 down here at 1810, and we're working on 3 of 5. There's the wave 3 targets there. You can see the 1.0 has been achieved. That was 2278. The 1.618 is above at 2567.59. So far the high is 2450.10. There's higher targets for wave 3. We like to play them all out because you never know. Third waves are the most powerful, and they can take on any Fibonacci multiple they choose. So there's times when it goes above the 1.618. So we put it up there just in case. I think that there's our triggers and targets, all the verbiage on that. We've had a lot of direct hits on gold too. Okay, there's our spirals there. So we'll get out of that. A lot of information there. I want to get back to this here on the ES. This is where we are. And in that, I just did the first video on the triggers and targets subscription, but I explained this and the different possibilities for this 4th wave. 4s are usually long and sideways and overlapping. There's a lot of different triangle patterns it could take on, you know, a descending, a contracting, and expanding, and they all have different results. But there's the wave 4 targets there. But we get into that in that video on demand. In the triggers and targets there. So we'll see how that plays out, but this should be interesting. And once this 4 completes, we'll have a wave 5 target, and once this 5588 is surpassed, we'll have another trigger. Again, that'll be in the triggers and targets, which is again a video analysis. It's much easier to understand and quicker than all this verbiage here. Okay, and there's the triggers and targets, what it has done since we started doing it one trading day after the low in 2023, which is back here, and that's way down there. We had to squeeze it all in to fit it. I know it's a lot, but a lot going on, and we have upside triggers, downside triggers. Now we're in an upside trigger. We'll see how far it goes, but so far the high is the 5588 on the 20th. Okay, that's it for this update, and until next time, take care everyone.